Get started on going over these cutie pies colors and their markings. Just disclaimer, it's always wise to choose based off of temperament, off of health, off of structure. Tony thinks that he's the mom. However, it doesn't mean we can't celebrate the fun markings they each got, their unique coloring, and it is fun to celebrate. And so there's my disclaimer for responsible breeding. Start out with all the boys. We have our little blue boy. He has a white chest. He has, looks like some white little toes, which will be adorable when he gets bigger. And he has a white chin with a solid face. And you can see how Stevie feels about me holding them for too long, so we will make this quick for her sake. She's such a good mama. Alright, so then we have this green boy. He has some adorable little markings on his head and the back of his neck. And he has a chin that connects all the way down to his chest. And he does have some white on his face, so he will have somewhat the appearance of a tuxedo, and he's all done with that. And we will listen to him. Next we have a solid red. This yellow-collared boy. All of them are almost solid. They all have a little marking here or there, which I have found people tend to like because it makes them, kind of individual. So a little white chest, maybe a teeny tiny white chin. That's probably just gonna all blend in though. And yeah, he's pretty simple one. Cutie pie. Let's find our other red boy. Okay, this is our brown collar. This collar ended up being a little too big on him. We'll have to adjust that. So he is also a nice deep red. He has a white chest, and he's pretty solid outside of that. He looks a little smaller. I'll have to double check the weights than the other red boy, but it's a cutie pie. Okay, I should have been checking these off so I can remember. We did green and blue. Let's find our white boy. I love this white boy. I love these markings, and the markings are unique and harder to get. So he looks like he's going to be a full tuxedo. He's all the way down through his chest, his face, it connects with the head marking, and he also has some cool little markings on the back. And then his toes are white, and he has this precious little white tip of his tail, and he's all done. Go back to Mama, I understand. All right, now we're gonna find this. Our last boy is this bronze colored collar. We'll have more traditional colors when they get bigger, but all right, so he has this adorable little marking on top. It reminds me of a heart, and he was born on Valentine's, so it's perfect. I'm a little unsure what his white on his face will be like because he's so light right now. He could have some white on his face, he could not. We're gonna give Stevie a minute to know he's okay. She's making sure he's not gonna pee or poop on me. She's a little protective, just as she should be. She's doing her job, which is why we want to make this really quick so we don't stress her out too much. He has white toes, white feet, which again is just adorable. Without genetic testing, it's a little hard to say if he is going to be on the red side or if he's going to end up blonde. Here, sweetie. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the girls now. So we're gonna start with little purple collar. She's kind of wasn't dark, wasn't super light either. She's another one that could go either way. She does not have, she's a lot more solid. And sorry. She has a little white chest, a sweet little face. She's a teeny white mark on the top of her head. Once again, that's probably just gonna blend in. Tony actually has a white chin and a white chest patch, and you can see them maybe when he's shaved down, but on an everyday basis you don't really see them. Stevie actually, she had a white chest patch, which you can't see at all anymore, so. And then we're going to get our little red girl, and she's this coral pink colored collar. She has a little sliver on her white head, may just blend in later, may not. She has a tiny bit of a white chin. Tony's has blended in for the most part, like I said, unless he's shaved down. And a white chest. I thought she was solid red. It's so tricky to tell when they're coming out because they're so wet. But it doesn't look like she has any white feet, but she does have white underneath her paws. And Mama is done with me showing her to you. So, and then our last little girl is very delicate, tiny. She's the runt. And she has, looks like gonna be like full tuxedo where it's all connected. It's not a perfect little pattern on her tummy though. See how it's a little more disjointed. She does have the white feet. Mama is more concerned about her, and she is smaller than the rest. That's probably why Mama, whenever I pick her up, Mom's extra protective, which is her doing her job. In fact, I'm gonna put her on the very back, fullest nipple. Anyone who hasn't gained a ton of weight, I put back on the fullest nipple. They all did gain weight, which is really great. We just want to put the ones who gain the least where they need to be to get the most nutrition. So there's the puppies. Let me know if you have any other questions. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show on our little green boy that I just love is he has a very distinct little white tail. So 2 quick notes about this litter before we end. 1, these are pet-only pups. I have signed a contract with the stud owner that I will not be selling breeding rights. Second note is that both parents are DNA health tested and coat tested. They're cleared of hundreds of diseases. They are also hip tested. Hip dysplasia can be a common problem in golden doodles, and this isn't just the vet filling for hip dysplasia and an examination, but a x-ray. Feel free to contact me with any questions. Thanks.